Hi there, savewith.crypto here. Okay, so this morning I made this video called xExchange DEX. I've had an epiphany. I think I'm going to max out my energy, aka Puller Stephen. That's referring to Stephen from podcast Alrond, which is now called, I know it now, it's now called Multiverse Experience, I think it's called. Yeah, anyway, very good channel. Do watch it. But anyway, the reaction from this video has been really good, actually. Lots of nice comments and, quite a few views and 33 likes. Browsing history is obviously a bit interesting, isn't it? Anyway, everyone's fairly positive. I must thank Crypto Chris TX as well for the phrase Puller Stephen, because he came up with that, which I thought was quite funny, really. Just meaning to max out your energy in the DEX. Which I think is a great expression, and I'm going to use that forever now. Okay, so I've answered all these questions, apart from this one. Geraint Jones says, thanks for sharing as always. I really can't decide what to do with MEX. Not sure it will ever increase enough in value considering its continual downward slide. Also, to maximise energy, don't you have to lock in for the longest period, so continually extend your lock period? I can see MEX dumping further when the first year's unlock period ends. Okay, interesting you say that. Well, first of all, yes, you do have to lock it for the maximum period, which is 4 years. And to keep that energy, you need to keep relocking it as well, so that 4 years never ends. But I suppose if at some point you decide, okay, in 4 years' time, I'm out, and then you just, you stop unlocking and then exit that way, which is kind of what I was going to do up until this morning when I just had my epiphany and decided to not do that. I haven't done anything about it yet, so I will do something in this video and something a bit later. But yeah, so the question is, will MEX dump forever? I don't think it will dump forever, because it is designed to be inflationary at first and then eventually become deflationary. Now, the idea is it will become deflationary in 8 years. Well, 8 years from when it appeared. So that was 8 years from 2021. So that would be 2029, I guess, sometime around then. So quite a long time in the future, that's for sure. But gradually it will tend to become deflationary. But as Geraint is saying, I can see MEX dumping further when the first year's unlock period ends. Yeah, I suppose that's a possibility. I was more thinking the people who kept their MEX as LK-MEX, the unlocking for that will actually finish on April the 7th, 2024. So I think that will be the end of the major selling off of people who didn't want to lock their MEX at all. So I think that's what it is. I mean, I'd love to know the numbers about it. I suppose they are somewhere, but I'm kind of guessing that people either just kept their MEX as LK-MEX or they locked it for 4 years. I know some people went halfway and did like 2 years, or maybe some did 1 year. I couldn't see much point in locking it for 1 year, to be honest, so I didn't do that. I just went for 4 years. It's a total guess of mine, but I would guess that most people went for 4 years. Anyway, just to sort of ease me into the way of thinking that I'm going to lock everything up for 4 years, I'm going to do it with my little account. Now, this was the one that, I started off with $2,000, so it's quite scary how much it's down now. But nevertheless, this is what I'm going to do. So yeah, that's at like $226, and that was $2,000 at its height. So not very good, really. So what we're looking at, I mean, I'm doing this now because I want to keep a track on what we're doing. So my energy here is 18.7 billion. And what I want to do is to increase the energy. So I'm basically going to do that by locking up these tokens here. There's not a lot here. There's only $69 worth. So I'll basically be adding energy to all these. And I think I can do this quickly by coming over to here, to my energy multiplier, and just go and increase my multiplier. And then I think you can just select what you're doing here. So you can see what's happening here. The last lot is already maximised, and then this is adding a little bits here and there. It's not a big deal with this one, really. So increase my multiplier, and this is a fee of 2 cents, and then 1 cent, another 1 cent. Okay, so that's 4 transactions. I think it cost about 5 cents to do that. So let's see what the energy is afterwards. Okay, so the one thing you can see here is that the tokens are now all combined into this $69 worth of XMEX, and the energy is now 20 billion. Okay, so that went up a little bit. So my plan now is to keep an eye on what I get in the meta bonding from week to week, and I think I might start making a note of it. So I'll make a note of this total balance here and how much this figure goes up here. Yeah, and you see now I've seen this figure go up to kind of like a next sort of round number. I kind of want to do it with my larger account. So I'm going to think about it for a few more hours and then I'll probably do that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Now I just want to check if there's anything else I can do to improve things. So I'm just looking here at where everything is really. So out of the total balance of 226, I mean the farms are 112, lock token 69. Okay, we've dealt with that already. Meta staking 29, tokens 15. That's this lot here, isn't it? Okay, so maybe have a look at the farms, see if anything I can improve there. Right, okay, so this rocket here is yellow, right? So what that's implying there, it says in order to maximize your bonus APR, you must add 6 billion energy. Okay, well that's not going to happen just yet, is it? But that's interesting to note. So you see, like with the bigger account, I'm probably getting that, aren't I? So that's interesting. I am getting a boost in the UTK. Yeah, it says your boosted APR equals base APR plus fees reward plus your bonus APR. So the actual APR might be better than what we think it is for the larger account. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so I don't think there's much I can do there to improve things. Let's just have a look at the meta staking. I think these all these amounts are tiny here. Yeah, there's not really much worth talking about. I suppose if I look at the tokens again, I can probably see that I've got a bit more e-gold there than I actually need. So what I could do maybe next week, if there's enough XMEX been produced, I can maybe look at adding a bit more liquidity to this MEX e-gold farm, which is something I'm probably not going to do with my larger account because I'm still a little bit worried about impermanent loss if the price of MEX goes down a lot more compared to the price of e-gold. I mean, it has done already, like so much. And I must admit, if I was to split apart my LPs now, the amount of e-gold I get back would be quite small. So I'm not going to do that, and that's another reason to sort of keep going with the actual DEX and try and ride out this low point. And I think it is a low point. I think the low point will be sometime this year, probably towards the end of the year, I would say. But we'll have to see what happens. Okay, so now I've seen that yellow rocket, this newer comment from Ryan Searle makes a lot more sense. Ryan said, yesterday I actually, maybe stupidly, bought some MEX and locked it for 4 years to boost the APRs on my farms, as I wasn't getting anywhere near the maximum. I'm hoping that's a good call in the future. And I think that's a good call. And I replied saying, it's so weird now I've turned positive again. That sounds like a good idea. Whereas yesterday I probably would have thought, oh no, that's probably just going to go down in value. But the point is, now Ryan's going to be making more XMEX, so it's all good really. So there are things to think about. That's for sure, actually. So So look, I'm really enjoying these comments. That 27 comments on that video from just this morning is fantastic, and I don't think there's any spam yet. No, it's not, is there? Okay, so right, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Really enjoyed my kind of flipping of my brain to do with xExchange, and I'm very keen on it all again now, which is quite weird, really. But I think it's a good thing. It doesn't help you being negative, does it? So that's it. So keep it positive and leave a nice comment. Another nice comment, that'd be great. And while you're there, give the video a like. Go on. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe, because I'm actually getting near to 7,000 subscribers now, 6.82k subscribers. So, can I get this up to 7,000 before the end of May? If I get to 7,000 subscribers, then I might do something nice for my subscribers. There you go. That's all I'm saying for now. Do give the video a like, and above all, tell your friends.